Hey, what's up, fellas? Well, today we're gonna talking about this Karambe right here. It's called a kubey wrath. So I mean, I always been into Karambits. If you've been following me and watching my content for well 4 years, so 4 5 years or so. So yeah, I always been into pocket folding Karambits too for a long time, for like roughly maybe like about 12 years or so. But then, over the span of 12 years, these karambits have gotten a lot more affordable, great friggin' quality, and a bang for your buck for real. So this is the kubey wrath. Very affordable karambit right here. Folder with the wave feature. So let's get into this. So yeah, man, about the kubey wrath here, man. So I've been carrying this for a while. The first video I shown about this, the handle was in white, but I took the liberty and just dyed them into this chocolate brown flavor. But hey, anyway, that's that. So yeah, man, the kubey wrath. What can I say about it? Well, this is an awesome, budget-friendly pocket karambit self-defense knife. If you want to take it there, well, shit, I am going to take it there. Self-defense knife, good high quality right here. And I'm going to start off with talking about all the features that this knife bring, and all the features I really appreciate about this knife the most. So the first feature we're going to talk about is the ring. Now, I have so many pocket folding karambits, and the fact that they took the liberty and did a full length ringed back spacer with the friggin' jimpings on the back, full length ringed back spacer, I said this is just such a flavorful touch that they did for this karambit. Because all the ones I have, others do not have full length back spacers unless they are a back lock or a triad lock by any means. Like for instance, my Fox 599. See, this is a full length by default because it's a back lock. See, if you open, see the back lock engaging and disengaging. So yeah, and this the 599 trainer. See where the back spacer stop, and you can see the final pillar for the screws exposed compared to this, how the pillars for the screws are all covered. I really appreciate that about kubey. Second thing I want to bring to mind too, oh yeah, and let's look at the style of the ring, man. Let's look at the shape of the ring. They really put some thought into this. They didn't just go for your regular conventional rounded ring. They actually put some flavor into that, man. So when you grip that, man, it kind of just like chokes up, but you still have room. I just really like that. And the jimpings, I just really appreciate those aesthetics. Yeah, so let's move on to another thing that I really like about this is the friggin' pocket clip. Take a look at this pocket clip, man. You have here is a deep carry pocket clip. Something that I always favor for all pocket knives is deep carry. Not just aesthetically pleasing, but practical too, because when you have this in your pocket, it goes really deep. When you have this in your pocket, it sits really deep. That's how much ring you have exposed. So really can appreciate that deep carry pocket clip. Unlike something that's shallow like this, more shallow, can really appreciate that, man. Another feature that I like too is, well, we can get into like the ergonomics. Now I'm gonna talk about the ergonomics when I first got this knife. When I first got this knife, about this ergonomics, it was kind of questionable because the size of my big old hands. When I grip this knife, I used to have to like find and fix so I could find the indents for my fingers to land. After a while, I had to keep practicing that and holding it and practicing it until I could just naturally get used to it. Now I am, unlike which I know for a fact the 599 is better in because you don't have to like think about where your fingers gonna grab. I mean, you don't have to do that with this, but for me, when it was my first time, it was kind of like jabbing me up. And unlike the fox, you just hold it and go. It ain't nothing jabbing me in my fingers. So the ergonomics was a bit questionable for the kubey, but once you get used to it, once you keep carrying it, once you keep deploying it, holding it in your hand, you get used to it fast, man. So that's one thing. Now I'm gonna talk about the freaking, is one con that that kind of turned me off from this knife for real. And I mean, it's something that you can fix, but it's something that's unnecessary, and that's meaning this flipper tabs. I hate flipper tabs with a passion. I hate flipper tabs. Like, if you already have a hole where you can spidey flick, thumb flick. I mean, if you already have a hole and you already have a wave where you could do the same thing, what's the point of putting a goddamn flipper tab? Flipper tabs, I just can't stand flipper tabs. Even with the 599, who has a flipper tab that's fucking completely bloody useless, it's like, I don't see the point of having flipper tabs. This 599 here, the XT, don't have one because it's a backspacer. I prefer no flipper tabs on none of my knives, especially if you already have holes and shit like that. I mean, yeah, hit these damn thumb flippers, man. I don't like them. It was in the way. And when I first had the knife in my hand, with my big old hands, it was kind of jabbing me a bit. But I got used to it. It don't jab me no more because, you know, like I said, you get used to holding the knife. But this is something that can easily be deleted though. You could just delete that, use a Dremel and just cut that shit off, which I'm planning on doing. Alright, let's move on to the main feature of this knife, what makes it so deadly. For a folder, I should say, not the ring. The ring makes it deadly too because you have this crazy unbreakable grip for, you know, but it's not that. Talk about the wave. That wave feature right there. That's where all the action comes from when you deploy it from your pants. That's all the action comes when you deploy it from the pocket. Like, for instance, you know, have it in my pocket, whatever, comes out smooth as butter. And this baby runs on bar bearings on both sides. This runs on bar bearings on both sides too? No, only on one, and the next side is a bronze phosphorus washer. This one here is pure washers. I just like the fact that they put bar bearings on the side, smooth as butter, buttery smooth, very, very smooth. But back to the wave. The wave feature for this is fairly cool too, and it's a wave that you can take off. So I don't mind that. And I took the wave off already, and it has, and obviously has a hole there. So I was just thinking too, I could take my Dremel and drill in with a hole that, so I don't have to use this screw on wave and still be functional, waving it out the pocket with the smoothness of this bar bearing. So that's a good, you know, it's a good thing for it. So I like that. I don't mind take off or dismantle and mantle wave feature. Once it's functional, it works, and it's not an aftermarket business, which is not wrong with aftermarket waves. Completely not wrong with that, but I'd rather a wave like this, built into the blade. It actually is the blade. Nothing that you can take off, end up breaking off, end up screwing out or losing. This is permanent, you feel me? I favor this, but this is fine too because you can still add your marge to it with your Dremel, like I said, which is cool. It's a liner lock, but this is a tight, well, 100%, no, not even 100% locked in the middle. It's more like a 25, but it's very, very, very solid, dude. Very solid, very solid. And then, you know, you have the 599 with the back with the power lock. Oh, yeah, that's one thing about the 599. It came with the damn power lock here that turns the karambit into a fixed blade. Awesome feature. Can't close when the power lock is engaged. See, can't close. The back lock can't close. Solid like a damn rock. So I know you have your regular liner lock for this, but the liner lock for the 599s, for the Foxes, is nothing compared to a kubey. This just have a way better lock for you. I guess it's the heat treatment with the metal and just, no, just how they built everything, the internal guts and whatever. Overall, man, oh, one more feature, oh, one of so special juicy feature I want to talk about. Whoa. The nipple. You see that nipple right there? One is in this closed position. Imagine getting hit in the sternum with that. This shit friggin' hurts. And that was another juicy feature that the 599 XT, not the original. I didn't bring my original real one. I just brought the trainer, and I'm gonna get into why I just brought the regular 599 trainer. So anyway, skull cracker, IKBS skull cracker right here on the 599 XT. This one break glass, this can smash craniums. This does some mad damage for you. It can. But the fact that this is like this one too, and this nipple here is very hard too. You have this nipple here is very hard about this folding karambit too. So this is gonna do some serious damage in the closed position right here, Dread. Especially with the 599, the same thing. Serious damage. I really like this feature on that. So I guess this was something that was thought of, because when you open up and you see the internals for this knife, the friggin' back lock, the back stopper right there engages all the way past where the nipple lands, so it goes really deep. So there is no chances for this collapsing backwards by any means, and the line and lock is very powerful. Nice solid line up lock. So yeah, so I guess they couldn't put the flipper tab with the, actually add the wave to the blade, like how this is actually a wave with the blade. Because if you look here, you see Emerson Pat. Okay, it's probably then backwards because the camera backwards, but it says Emerson Pat, and that's his wave pat. So I guess it's just a whole bunch of legality issues why they couldn't just add the blade with the wave in one piece. So I didn't subtract the point from that. I just subtract the point from this god awful flipper tab. I hate flipper tabs on all knives. I don't see the point again. So a 9 out of 10 for this kubey Wrath. You could find this at atlanticknives.com. Hopefully Amazon will start selling this one too, man. But yeah, get yourself one, man, and it comes in all different colors of flavors. Well, a few colors. It comes in red, OD green, desert tan, white, jade green, and I think, oh yeah, all black. And yeah, it's nice, man, with black blades. You could get a blade in black, and with the ring in black, with the pocket clip and all the hardware and back spaces in black. If you want that too, for the opposite colors for the color spectrum for these palettes that they come in. So good packing knife, man. Oh, and sharp as, oh my goodness, this thing came out the box ridiculously sharp. Majority of all my karambits did, because my 599 here did came out ridiculously stupid sharp, of course, but this came out especially type of sharp. I don't know why, man. I don't know what type of blade steel they use on this one, but for the Foxes they use F90. I mean F90 CO, N690 CO cobalt steel they use. And for this, I don't know. My gut telling me is D2 steel, because most of the kubey knives I see are D2 steel. And ain't nothing wrong with D2. Ain't nothing wrong with D2. It just has a rusting problem sometimes. But ain't nothing wrong with D2, and D2 is very powerful. It comes very sharp, and it's fairly durable. You know what I'm saying? Very durable blade, and there's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, good blade steel, good everything. This is just a sexy knife, man. It's a nice looking karambit. Really attractive, really aggressive looking karambit, especially when it's brand new out the box. This looks aggressive. The 599 for many years was, to me, the most aggressive pocket knife, even more aggressive than damn Emerson Combat. And that's a big chunky paws, aggressive ass folding karambit. But this one here just more aggressive than all of them, man. The features that they give you just so sharp, and like it just looks like it just has one purpose, and that's it. So yeah, I just really like that about the kubey Wrath, man. Really nice karambit here, man. Get yourself one, man. something is one more thing I want to talk about, and one more thing I want to mention. Why I appreciated the Fox 599 the most for so many years. Man, you had this karambit. I had to read the first edition with that came with the trainer for like 10 years. I had this one like about 8 years. Quality speaks, man. You get what you paid for real. But the most appreciative thing is like when you in the realm of pocket carry, self-defense, pocket knives, whatever the case is, when you're in that type of realm, kubey, this is just something to make. Just make a trainer. If I'm gonna carry this every day, right, which I do, I would like to have to carry. I would like for it to have the option for me to have a trainer, the same trainer to match and complement, just like how this is match and complements, so you can get familiar, get in your training, train with your buddies, you know, practice deploying the knife out, getting it out, striking, practice cutting, doing your moves and whatever, practice. That's why I wish most of these folding knives, just like what Fox did and Spyderco, they make trainers instead of having to like make your own trainer and get it like cut from plastic, 3D printed, polymer. I mean, you still have the effect, but you don't have the true effect of the deployment and having to struggle and deal with the stress of getting your blade out so you can use it. That's what is good to have trainers. That's what. So kubey, man, look, if you see this video, kubey, please make a trainer version for this. Please make a trainer version for this. The trainer version don't need to have all the different color options. That's irrelevant. You could just put it with the same color palette like this, orange, with your trainer blade, so you can indicate like, yeah, this is for training, safety. You know what I'm saying? Some bright ass color. But yeah, definitely make a trainer for this, man, kubey. That's gonna be wonderful. That's like how Fox did, man. You know, it's just something that's just slick to do. Just get a trainer. Practice makes perfect, right? So yeah, that was just the last little 2 cents I have to say, man. Y'all take care. Well, that's it on the kubey Wrath. AtlanticKnives.com. You can get on the kubey website too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, good karambit, man. I really like this one, yeah. But anyway, yeah, y'all take it easy, man. Peace.